one-pan wonder, you have to try my Spanish chicken rice. Super simple to do, and the beautiful thing is, it's all cooked in one pan and served on the table as is. So to start with, I have 4 chicken thighs here. I love using chicken thigh for a recipe like this because it's got loads more flavour. It doesn't dry out too much, and the skin will go really crispy, and of course, lots of flavour too. So we'll just pop them onto a separate board, and now all we need to do is season. So a good pinch of salt on each piece of chicken, along with cracked pepper, and we'll turn them over and do the same on the other side. So a pinch of salt and pepper. So I want to cut these into 4 bite-sized pieces because this will just be scattered throughout this rice dish. So cut them quite evenly. Now, you're not only restricted to chicken thighs for this. Of course, you could use chicken drumsticks. It just needs a little bit longer to cook. You can use chicken wings, would be delicious. Or, of course, chicken breast, but the timing would be a little bit different when it comes to the cooking. So you need a big family-sized pan for this. Also a pan that goes in the oven because the last 15 minutes it'll be cooked there. So hot oil, chicken goes in, good sizzle. We want to cook this for about 5 minutes, essentially just getting some colour on this. This is just sealing it at this stage. I'm also going to be adding some chorizo sausage just to give it a little bit of saltiness and extra meatiness. And we just want to cut them into rounds about 1 to 2 centimetres thick, and this can go into the pan along with our chicken. So while that's cooking and sealing off, we can get onto our other ingredients. I've got an onion, and we're just going to cut that quite thin. So just in slices. And when we add these to the pan, they're going to start to caramelise and become really sweet. I actually like the texture in them here. Perfect. Now I have 2 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to lightly bruise them with the back of my knife and then roughly chop this. Ready to go. So let's go over to this chicken. I can smell it starting to caramelise. Let's turn it over. See, that's what we're looking for. Look at this skin. Really, really crispy, golden brown. And caramelising like this at this stage really makes a difference to the end result. This is going to give the rice a beautiful flavour. All right, let's take that out of the pan. I've just got a plate here. And we'll just, quite simply, pull that out. Okay, pop our pan back onto the heat, and now we can start adding all of our onions, just crushing them in your hand there just to separate all those slices, along with our garlic, and just allow it to start softening up. And now another little trick. Here we've got all the oils that have come out of the chorizo sausage, which I love. It's got lots of flavour, it's got garlic in it and the smoked paprika. I'm just going to add a little bit of that to the pan, and that'll help with the cooking of our onions. Okay, other ingredients. I've got some roasted capsicum here. You can use raw capsicum, but I've actually got some from the jar. This is always really lovely to add to it. So once these are sliced, they go straight in there with our onions. And now it's time to add our spices. So first, some saffron. It is the most expensive spice, I guess because it is so delicate and really time-consuming to harvest, but it's well worth it in this recipe. The saffron is going to give this dish a beautiful colour. And some smoked paprika. We are doing a Spanish theme here, so smoked paprika would be appropriate. Give that a mix just to get those flavours incorporated really well. And you can start smelling that smoked paprika. It's quite strong, but of course this is going to be a big, hearty dish, so it'll all come together perfectly at the end. Okay, for a little bit of white wine, we need to deglaze this pan. So about half a cup of white wine. We'll just cook off the alcohol. Give the pan just a little bit of a shake there. And already, look at those colours. Smells divine. Now I've got 4 cups of chicken stock here, and that goes into our pan. And we just want to bring this to the boil. Once that's come to the boil, we're going to be adding the rice. And so I've got short grain rice here. This is definitely the best for this. So bring that to the boil, and in goes the rice. Okay, Okay, so this rice has been cooking for about 15 minutes. It's absorbed about half of that liquid and it smells good in here. I can smell the saffron, the capsicum in there. It's beautiful. All we need to do now is start adding our chicken and chorizo. Now, I didn't add the chicken and chorizo before because we don't want it to overcook. So this is the perfect time because after that rice has absorbed all of that liquid, we're gonna serve it at the table in the pan. So we want everything to be quite even. All right, I'm turning this off now. Lid on, and then we're going to place that in the oven, 180 degrees for about 15 minutes. So our chicken rice has come out of the oven. I would take this to the table as is and of course reveal at the table. Look at that. All of that moisture has been absorbed and we're left with those little bits of chorizo there, the chicken, the smell of saffron. It is delicious. I just need some parsley. So we just pick the leaves off. You can finely chop it if you like, but I like the big leaves. I think it looks quite nice. And really, this is the ultimate one-pot wonder. I mean, the whole family is going to love that.